Assalamu alaikum. I'm just waiting for a few more people to come into the chat before we get started. Assalamu alaikum. We're going to get started in a few minutes. Some of you have already viewed the title. Well, that's not why we're here, Doc. We're not here uh, to know if I'm single, but I'm divorced. I'm a widow. I'm widowed, a widower. But that's not why we're here. We're here to, discuss why. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. We're here to discuss why you won't be supported by your family and your friends. So, a lot of you already know that, when you are younger coming up, that a lot of your family will want to keep your abuse and how they have abused you quiet. They want to keep other people, the school system, other family members out of your business. It's okay, Doc. You're good. You can donate to my Cash App if you like. It's in my description. Uh, Sorcerer Pop. So when you are set up on by your parents, you won't receive any help from your parents or family of the family or the friends of the parents, because they already know that they have set up on you with spiritual attacks. They have already set up on you with the evil eye, and they're just waiting around to see, in your adult life, in your adult life with your children, how are you going to be able to maneuver? They've already set up on you with the evil eye. And a lot of you, using other practices, you go into addictions, trying to soothe these problems, and it gives you little help. They love it when you're in low vibrational mode. They want you to stay in that low vibrational mode. And they also want you to, lose all your self-confidence. They also, hi Adam, how are you doing today? And they want you to lose your self-confidence, and they don't want you to succeed in life. So these are some of the things that will go on when your family and friends don't support you, when they don't support you in your marriages, when they don't support you in your jobs, when they don't support you in life, period. But you'll see all your other siblings and people in your family getting everything that they need, from your immediate family. So, and many times, just like I say, they've used black magic. They've used the evil eye so that you will have problems and difficulties, rejection with people. You will have negative energy as you grow up and as you go into your adult life. So, what you need to do is know how to build your own support system. That's what we have to do as chosen ones. We have to get with those people who are like minded. We have to get with those spouses who are like minded. We have to build our own support system in society, and not even look back at what is going on with, family and friends. In most of the cases, the chosen ones in the biblical text, they couldn't stay around their families. In the Quran, in the Holy Quran, they couldn't stay around their families because they were trying to harm them. A lot of the negative energy that has been directed towards the chosen one is to, harm them, is to, make them sick. And ultimately, there will be some narcissists or toxic people that will try to kill you, that will try to, make you out of here unalive. So, we have to be very careful and know what to do when we have been set up on and disturbed. Our peace has been disturbed by these negative people, by these narcissists, by these entities that have been sent and inserted into our lives. So you won't be able, now that you know that you're not going to get the support that you need, even if you went and asked some of these people for a single silver coin, they will not give you not $1, not one single coin, because they've already set up on your finances. What is yours, what you're striving for, is supposed to be theirs. And they don't like that at all. So, at the end of the day, we have to, again, create our own support systems to raise our kids, to educate our kids, to make sure that we have the nutrients, the food that we need. We have to make our own gardens. We have to make our own connections and support system. That first starts with having a connection with God. That starts with having the connection with God, and the prayer life has to be in order when you are being rejected by your family, when you are being rejected by society, when you are being rejected on your job, when you don't have a support system anywhere you go, then that can be an ultimate problem for a lot of chosen ones, because they don't like to be alone. They want to, have friendships. They want to with people. But a lot of times you will have those demonic attachments because you have been set up on by toxic family, narcissist family members, even down to husband and wife and children. It says in the Holy Quran that some of your family members are enemies to you. So you also have to know how to heal these type of things when you are being set up on, when you're not being supported. You have to know how to keep your confidence intact, and you have to know how to succeed as chosen ones. And one of the things that I like to recommend is Surah Kalam, and I think it's Surah Kalam is 68. Hold on, let me check my notes. I got you right here. Surah 68, 51 through 52. So you want to use those surahs in order to enhance your self-confidence, your self-worth, to know that this is what these people are going to do, and to pray against any negative attacks, the evil eye that may have been sent to you by your family members, by your friends, who don't want you to rise above them, who want you to, be enslaved to toxic behaviors, to toxic addictions. So you want to get away from all of that negativity. You want to pray against it and have that connection with God. And that is the most, spiritual thing that you can do against negative people, is to create that boundary with them and have that connection with God. They do not like it when you start to pray. They do not like it when you start to change. They do not like it when you start to engage in the good things that God has put here for us. And, we're going to talk about that today. Another one that we can engage with in the Bible is another verse that we can engage with in the Bible to pray against negative energy coming from narcissists, family members, and friends, people that will not support you, people that are trying to harm you in your finances, your health. Is Proverbs 6 and 8. And I'm coming from the King James version of that. And let me just read to you what this says, because this lets you know and gives you confirmation both from the Holy Quran and the Holy Bible that these people will not support you because they've already attacked you. And they're telling you some of the ways that they have attacked you. So here we have in Proverbs 6 and 8, it says, eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, nor desire his dainty meat. So it's telling you not to eat nothing from a person, a negative person, a person that does not come to your rescue, that will not help you. It's telling you don't eat nothing from them, don't take anything from them, because they have set an evil intention out for you. Don't eat the food from them. Don't take a pair of socks from them, because they have set in evil intentions on that item that they are going to give you, on that food that they're trying to give you. They have meditated something negative in their hearts and minds. So you cannot take anything from family and friends that will not help you. And you need to be very, aware of people in your life that give you that side eye and want you to fail and succeed and not succeed in life. There are a lot of people in your life that do not want the chosen ones to succeed, and they will do anything that they can in order to make sure that you don't have what you need and make your self-esteem low by making sure that you're around to see them give other people support. They will support other people in your life. They support other children. They will support other people in the school. They will support other people in the community. And they want you to see that, so that it ruins your self-confidence and that you won't succeed when you start operating in codependency, when you start operating in a way that you're low vibrational. Then they feel like then they have won, and they have made you, the slave. They have put out your light. So that's why you will never receive any support from these people in your life. And you have to ultimately be like, Jesus. You have to be like the prophets, peace be unto them. You have to let yourself know and build yourself up and build your own support system like Jesus. Jesus, peace be upon him. And I have to really, commend Jesus. I really, when I talk about Jesus as the prophet sent from God, he sent his own support system. He built his own support system with the 12 disciples, with the people that were like-minded around him. Because, the people where he was, they were trying to kill him and his mother. The priests, they were trying to kill him. They didn't want him in Jerusalem. They didn't want him in the as a Nazarite. They didn't want him. No, they didn't want him at all, him or his mother. So we have to be like that, and have that mindset that we have to move further than the people that's around us. We have to have that mindset that we are to be set aside, and not trying to, gain their approval, or gain their acceptance. If they will not support us, then we can go somewhere else. God is going to lead you to the persons that will support you. And I want you to take these verses from the Holy Quran and from the Holy Bible and read them over yourself when you're not getting any support from the people that's around you, family and friends. And I'm telling you right now, because it happened to me in my lifetime, and it happened to a lot of the people that I treat with spiritual diseases, because they have been set up on by family and friends, and they're just sitting back waiting on you to fail and fall into their trick. That they're not going to support you, and they're going to cause with their evil eye, with their evil rituals, for other people not to support you. And God is going to break that, that bond that you had with them, that evil trauma bond that you have with these people, if you read the Holy Bible and the Holy Quran over yourself. And it will enhance your self-confidence. It will, help your self-confidence, and it will help you succeed in life if you read and have that connection with God. Now, what I like to do when I treat people who have spiritual diseases, when they have been set up on, when they are telling me and coming to me, telling me that they do not have people support them in their lives, when some of the chosen ones, they'll come to me, especially young people, and they will tell me, well, my mother or my father put me out, or I'm having problems, with my children and my husband. So I've even had chosen ones to tell me that they have their children have put them out of the house, and they had to go and get a hotel and stay after they had took their children in, and the family. So you will not get the same treatment. And some of the things that I like to have some of the chosen ones do when they're going through turmoil, because they're not being supported by the family, friends, or community, then you want to take a spiritual bath to attract what you need into your life. One of the spiritual baths that I recommend is the bay leaf water. The bay leaf water, and I prescribe a bay a bayberry candle. I can't get it out. I'm getting tight tongue, guys. I'm sorry. A bayberry candle and a bay leaf bath. So those are some of the ways that you can attract, what you need into your life. And that's going to that bay leaf bath is going to cut off those negative trauma bonds and soul ties that have been sent to you through the evil eye, that have been when you have been set up on by black magic and witchcraft. It's going to sever those negative ties that you have with family and friends that's not supporting you, and that will help you to move forward. you know Moving forward is the best thing that you can do as a chosen one. So those are some of the things that will happen for you when you cut those kinds of ties with family members and friends that won't support you. You will need to make sure that you haven't been set up on, and use some of the holy rituals that God has given to us, the spiritual practices that God has given to us. So, and like I say, the bay leaf bath, and you can also use the bay leaf as a tea, because it gets rid of negative energy inside and outside the body. And I like to do a two-in-one. But the spiritual candle, you need to light that for you. And sometimes I will do my own candle. Sometimes I will craft my own candle, because I like to, put the Lord's Prayer on it for some people. Some people I like to put the Quran noon on it, the pen. So those are certain things that we can do to get rid of the negative energy, using the bay leaf water, using the baby candle, to get rid of the negative energy when you're not being supported, and to the enhance your self confidence and your success. This is going to help you in that, with the prayers that I have given you from Kalam and Proverbs. Those things we have to make sure that we. Oh, I didn't see that down there. Assalamu alaikum. I don't know who you, Jay. Assalamu alaikum, Jay. But we have to make sure that we are doing our due diligence in order to make sure that we are cutting those ties, and we're not concerned when God move you away from these people that's not supporting you. You shouldn't be concerned anymore. I don't think that any of the prophets was concerned that their families or their friends wasn't supporting them. I know that it's a hurtful thing, but you will have to make sure that doing your due diligence to serve God in the way. And sometimes that means that you have to cut those cords with family members and friends that don't support you, that want to stay in the past, that want to keep you low vibrational. You have to be able to cut the cords with these people. You have to be able to say enough is enough. I have to, do the purification for me. I have to cleanse myself for me. I have to pray and have my connection with God. My connection with God should be stronger than with the people who don't support you. These people that's in your life that don't support you, they're only here with you for a numbered days. They're not here with you forever. So you have to be very mindful how you're going to spend that time. Either you're going to spend that time with them doing what they want you to do, operating the way that they want you to do in lack, in poverty, in scarcity mode, or you're going to cut the cord and take that purification step and connect with God. And that will make sure that anything that they have sent to you is canceled once you have that connection with God. And a lot of you, for a lot of you, that's a lot of your problems. You have low self-esteem, and you need to build that up. The way that you build that up is the connection with God. So, that is some of the ways that I like to help people when they call me out, when they book a session with me. Then, we're going to have, some things that they can do. These are some of the things that I give them to do before I get on a video chat with them. These are some of the things that I do when people call me out to their houses, the people that I know that I can go and see. I make sure that I give them a bay leaf wash and recommend that bay leaf tea before I get to them. A lot of times they have used this bay leaf tea and this bay leaf wash and a bayberry candle, and a lot of that insecurity of a person not helping them or supporting them is gone, and the good, they have started to attract the good in their lives already. We have cut off the negative energy, the evil eye, and any malignant forces that someone was sending you with those two items right there. And it's very cost efficient, and it's very cost inefficient to do those two things. And pray over yourself, pray over your life. Now, we also have people that have the gang stalkers, that people that's not supporting them, and people, popping up in their lives saying, yeah, I told you that you'll never be nothing. Or they're, you got family members sending, their flying monkeys to their house or on the phone with chosen ones, and, they're being harassed. They're being harassed on the job. So I'm able to let a chosen one know that these items they are very aggressive towards the negative energy being sent out. They're very aggressive towards attracting what you need in your life. So, don't be surprised when those flying monkeys and those negative people are moved out. If you don't want them to be moved out, then you want to stay right there and let them set up on you. We don't want to do that. We want to move those negative family and friends out that's not supporting us. We want the new people, our tribe, to come in, our soul tribe, our family tribe. We want to attract our wives. We want to attract our husbands. So, these are some of the things that we want to do as a collective. We want to pray. We want other people in our lives that's praying. So, I have a more progressive, mode, a more aggressive mode for people that are being gang stalked by family and friends, people that are being set up on and attacked, people that are being called. And you can reach out to me at any time at HighOracle.com. And you can reach out to me in the description below. All of my information is there. And I'm going to do the life coaching to tell you what you need in your life and you can go and get those things, and it will help you. You can take the spiritual bath with these things, and it will help you. I hope that you are taking, your spiritual baths. I hope that you are praying over yourselves. I hope that you're praying over your house. I hope that you're praying before you leave the house, because that counteracts the negative energy that's being sent to you by these people who do not support you in your life. We're not going to let our enemies rejoice over us. So I'm asking you to make sure that you're praying over your household, you're praying over your children, you're praying over everything that you need to have. And you can always reach out to me if you're having people that is setting up on you, sending you the negative eye, and they just won't leave you alone out of jealousy, envy, and hatred towards the chosen one. And we can move on from the bayberry candle and the bay leaf water. You can even drop some salt into that bay leaf water, and take a bath with that, and pray your prayer over it, and it will get rid of any people who don't mean you well in your life. So I wanted to, let you know that. I wanted to give you some of these remedies that will help you to get rid of these people, these succubus people, these negative people that want to drain your energy vampires, because if they're not supporting you, then they're hating on you. And we need to be aware of that. We need to be aware of people that's in competition with us. And these prayers that I have given you from Kalam and from Proverbs will help your self confidence, will help you to succeed, with the bayberry candle and the bay leaf water. Make sure that you're taking a bath. Make sure that you purify your house. Make sure that you're purifying yourself from the negative energy that may have been sent as an attack, so that you would not succeed in life, so that no one would support you and you would always be rejected. So you would have to stay in the shadow of your own home. Chosen ones should be leaving and severing those ties, with these, purification rituals, to reject negative energy, to reject negative people, to get them on out of your life. Chosen ones should be using these purification rituals over their life every single day, every single week, every single month. Every time you feel the negative energy, then you can give me a call, and I can help you to prepare these purification rituals. I'm at HighOracle.com. You can reach me at any time. You can hit me and reach out to me in the description below in my bio. You can reach out to me. I'm also located on TikTok and IG. I'm High Oracle, Reiki spiritual healer. Assalamu alaikum.